Hey everyone, Neil here from Red Flame Models again, and I have been promising this for a very long while, but this is my unboxing of the resin kit, the 1/12 resin kit of a Steampunk Monobike. Now I acquired this quite a few years ago now, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and it's sat, and I've kind of finally started to get around to you're working on the figure for it, which I've finished. That's the Steampunk Gentleman. You can probably see on my Instagram account. But if you kind of, I wanted really to kind of do an unboxing of this at the moment because it's just such a beautiful piece of kit. The artist, a gentleman called Stefano, he's brilliant. I'll send you a link. It's going to be down below. But he's just a brilliant kind of artist. He's an Italian guy, and from what I understand, he's done a lot of these kind of kits in the past. This is a very limited edition, so I don't think he sells this anymore. It's a multi kind of part kit in terms of it's got photo-etch, it's got brass, it's got aluminium, it's got resin and loads of other things, and it's just beautiful. So I'm going to dive into it now and show you really the kit itself. It's just an amazing kit. So onto the bench. Now I've just taken off the sleeve, and it's a beautiful piece of artwork, and this is a lovely build. The original, as I said, is produced by Stefano Marchetti. He's an Italian. He's on Facebook. If you do a search for Uchronic Age, there's the details there. You do a search on Facebook for those, you'll find his work. He's got some lovely stuff. As I say, I don't think he's in production of this anymore. I'm sure he'll contradict me if that's the case. Because if you can acquire one of these kits, do so. I honestly can't remember how much I paid for it, which is a bit of a shame, but as I say, it was quite a few years ago now. So it comes in kind of a nicely sealed box. There's a general sticker on here, so I'm just going to dive in really and open this up. As I say, the first thing that you're going to see is a beautifully produced pamphlet. Let's just move this out of the way a second to go on to this. It gives you information about how he's created the scene, and it's a little booklet, really, a little story, which is just beautiful. As I say, I'm amazed at the quality and detail of this. So then we got the instructions. Again, very beautifully designed, all in character as well. There's lots of parts for the gearboxes and the frames, the seat bracket, and obviously the rings for the wheel. There's all this information. I'm going to have so much fun building this one. This is going to be a lovely build. There's different types of tubing and all various photo-etch parts as well, which is really in detail. And then, beautiful instructions. I mean, it's in color. I mean, this is one thing that you don't see very often, but it is such a lovely approach to how to actually construct this. As I say, there's metal screws and brass screws and everything, so there's a little photo at the end of how it should look. So really, that's just a quick summary of the little pamphlet there. As you say, it's lovely designed. I wouldn't expect anything else. So first thing we have is some photo etch. Let me just take this out and I'll show you. There we are. So there's various elements around paneling grids. Again, just the quality is just amazing. Can't really fault anything on the photo etch. Now I've just got those out of the way, I want to show you back the box, because one of the things that Stefano's done is he's created such a beautiful kind of construction out of cardboard to actually ship this. And it all lifts out with this section here, and everything's inside. So highly detailed packages for all of the screws and the bolts, and I mean it's just and they're all stapled to it. I can't really show you too much, but these are lovely scale pieces. So inside, I'm going to take this out for a second and I'll come back to the outer section. So you've got all of the parts inside. This is the, I think the boiler. There is all of the rubber parts. And again, manufacturing on this is really amazing. I don't know if I can take some of this out to show you in detail. Here we are. So this is part of the engine. There, that's the level of detail on this is great. The rivets and everything. There's some slight production from the 3D part, but once that's primed and painted, I don't think there'll be any issues on that. You've got numerous pipes here, and again, I've got no casting problems on that. There's a tiny bit of flashing on this one here. Again, let's see if I can just take this out to show you, but it is so minimal here, there, on the top there, tiny amount. And we've got the seat. Hopefully I'm not going to lose any of these pieces because I'll be in trouble. But this has lasted because obviously the box is really well maintained. Interestingly, some parts are in different colors. I'm not quite sure why that would be. So a couple of the parts have been printed in an orange or molded in an orange. So there you can see there. And again, you know, there's really some level of detail and work that Stefano's put into this. But I'm not sure why they've been printing in orange or cast in orange. But as I say, you know, minimal amount of flashing. There's some flashing on that one there, tiny at the top, but it's yeah, the molding has been really well done. So there's all these pieces here, which I'm not sure how many pieces are in the box. It probably says in the instructions, but it's certainly a fair number. I think from what I can tell here, depending on everything, there's at least 50 or 60 parts here without even counting the individual screws, which I'm not going to do. So quickly coming back to this section, kind of just slip this out just to show you there. So aside from the bolts, so this is where all the brass elements are, but this is just a huge lump of aluminium and resin. So let's take it out the bag and I'll show you there. I mean, these are the two halves, and you know that's a I can't guess at the weight on this. It's a hefty chunk of aluminium that's been cast here. The center here is in resin, but the rest of it is a massive lump of aluminium. And then, as I say, there's a little bit of brass, some bits and pieces here. And again, you know, I want to be able to do this a lot of justice, but I wanted to show you what I felt was just one of the bestly presented and beautifully cast kits that I've seen in a very long while. I'm just amazed and blown away by Stefano's detail in the way that he's made this. Even the packaging. I'm not going to put it away at the moment, mainly because I don't want to break anything. But as I say, if you can find one of these kits, then I would seriously, you know, put this on your list of Grail kits. This is my Grail kit. I think I'm really looking forward to this. So hope you've got enough from me showing you this. And if you've got any questions or notes, put them in the comments below, and I'll try to speak to Stefano, or feel free to connect with him on Facebook. But I'm really happy to share this with you, and looking forward to putting the build together and sharing my images of this on Instagram and Facebook soon.